Welcome back to Space Engineers, everybody, and of course this is Epsilon Longhorn Economy, and you might notice that we're in a different spot.
Inventory full.
That's because, unfortunately, our last stream, the everything what the heck, the network failed. The my console decided to have an issue. Everything went toast. So what we missed? Well, there wasn't much we missed actually. We went and grabbed some more salvage. We added 2 containers. We also grabbed these items here, and we also we started doing some stuff here. We were going to put we went and grabbed the event controllers, and we're going to start putting those in place and get this mechanical decking here sorted so that we can be able to first of all, we need to get plating in place because we need to protect what we've got down here, but we also need to get the we're going to use this main spire here as the location for our computer equipment and things like that. So let's go ahead and we salvaged. Let's go to the automation screen now. I believe this is, yeah. So I did it in green on purpose. I wanted to add a splash of color and thought it would be kind of cool for us to set that in place. Now we have this like in the half blocks. We might not want to do that anymore. We might want to go with something else. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we do have 2 timer blocks we need to also put in here that we salvage. So we'll go with, let's do, which side looks best? Oh, I kind of like, I mean, I don't really have to see it. So we'll put one on one side and one on the other side. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get this welded up because we did salvage it. And we salvage that. And we salvage that.
Energy.
I don't know how we don't have as many computer components. Oh, we may have just toasted that. We'll see. Alright, so that's good. I like that. Okay. Now we do want to get another one of these posts in place. So we're going to want to put one on all these different cardinal points so that we have 4 of them so we can be steady when we land this on a planet if we choose to do so, which I'm pretty sure we're going to. So, I'm going to guess that we're going to want to go right about here and do the, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change the color scheme over to this, and we're going to take this opportunity. Oh, and incidentally, since I totally forgot. You guys don't know this because the other stream just did not work. So, so what I was going to say is that thank you so much. A shout out to Minuteman Matt and your comment. I went through and not only did I reset, but I verified and confirmed that we do. That we do have trade stations.
Low.
I confirmed that they are actually here, and I also. Oh wait, am I still? Just gotta check. Nope. Okay. That there are trade stations. They are there. I reset everything so to be sure and confirmed it. Thank you so much for your comment. That definitely gave me a thought, and I tried it out and it worked. And now I know for sure wherever they are, there are trade stations. I don't know where they're at, but they're around here. I basically put myself somewhere randomly and figured out that there was a trade station there. So I did not check it out. I didn't go in, didn't look, didn't do nothing. Just needed to confirm that it existed. Because, you know, we got to make sure. Okay, so we're going to go with, let's see. I want to be able to line this up. Let's see, yeah, that's a good spot right there. Oops. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, it doesn't... We do have this whole situation here. And we run that out like this. If we do that, I like that idea though. but we'll line it up kind of with the different arms of this a little bit, maybe. Yeah. That way it's you know, steady. Yeah, we'll take that out to about here. We might extend that out just a hair. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now, I am going to take this right here and remove this. So let's go ahead and we're going to get that color copied. And let's see here. We got one up here. Is that same? Okay, good. I like our weapon systems to be kind of consistent. So let's go ahead and put one of them here. Okay, and then I think I'm going to take that other one and I'm going to put it on this back side right over here. Just as a temporary measure. Ooh, toasty. Let's go over here where it's not as toasty. And let's eat one of our little ration bars. Alright. Alright, let's zip over here. We can get the ammo out of this. Come on, ammo. Okay, let's... Oh! You got no ammo. Okay, well, dang. That's not good. We need to get ammo in those things or else we're going to have a bad day. Okay, let's go ahead and zip over here. I wonder if you've got ammo. Nope. Well, and these are just for looks until we get ammo to put in them, huh? We'll have to check our supplies and see if we got some ammo. Alright, so that's out of the way. Let's go ahead and, oh, incidentally, I like this green for our weapons. I also like it for a lot of different things. So let's go ahead. I think it's time, guys, to add some color. I don't know why, but I think that just gives it a, I don't know, a better kind of look, I guess. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. Looking for any other, I don't think we got anything else in here that's, like, computer related. No, nothing else. Okay, cool. So now we're going to change it to white. Which is our default building color. I really think we need to rotate this. Nice thing about having a station like this is you can rotate it. Let's see. Rotating to maximize some sunshine. Alright, cool. And there is where we're going to go and get more supplies. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump off this stuff, including ice that we'll need for fuel. And then we're going to eat a little bit more of these crisps. And then we're going to go out our door here, and then we're going to take a running jump. Not quite. Okay, let's zip over here and see what we can get out of here. We're ideally looking for motors, but we need a lot of different things. So, okay. So at this point, there's some more. There's two of these. All right. Grab that. Grab that. Let's jump down in here and see what kind of trouble we can get. Do we need anything out of here? No, nothing that needs salvaging out of here. No. We we could use the door, but we'll wait on that. Don't need that. I think we've gotten everything out of here that's salvage. I think the rest of it's just going to be for components, except for this cargo container. We can always use a cargo container. And we could always use another one of these tanks. So I think maybe those two things are going to be all that we're going to salvage out of this, and the rest of it is just going to be for stuff. So we'll leave those salvage items there because they are linking to things, and the buttons. And we'll just start breaking this thing down. We'll keep the we'll keep the timer blocks because we could use those. Can't have too many of those. All right, let's go and grab that. We'll use the steel plate we get from this to begin working on the underside. Get our mechanical, electronics, you know, the engineering deck taken care of. And then the next thing will be the habitation deck and the food deck. Shouldn't take too long to grind this thing down.
Inventory full.
Alright, inventory is full. Let's go out and get this stuff up to where we need to go. Wait a minute, I think those two timers I placed are actually the timers we just salvaged. Yeah, that's right. If I remember correctly, we pulled the one and there wasn't any other timers. So, to be consistent, I mean inconsistency. We'll go ahead and finish that off. Those will be the two timers there, which leaves us with the rest of the stuff to go ahead and establish our decking down here. Alright, let's, actually, you know what would be actually really cool? Is if this was not a steel plate, but if this was actually an I-beam, a girder. That would be really cool. I mean, you're not going to see it right away, but it just adds a certain, I don't know, ambiance. Unless we angle it. But I don't know, I just think it's kind of cool. You know, do your framework out in that like you would a legit ship, you know? So let's, we could do it like this, but if we do it like this, you could actually see it from below, which actually be kind of cool. But if we do it like that, then it's not going to be as easy to make airtight. Therein lies the challenge. Alright, so we take it out to here. Right there, alright. Straight out. We just do the beam out centered on this. Alright, and then let's see here. And we'll run this one out here too. And that goes out that far. And then we'll run this one too. Perfect. Alright, so that's going to be our floor. And then we can run, let's see here, rather than we could go with, we could run, how are we going to do this? We can't, I don't know that I want to take it all the way out, but we could. Do like, take it out to here, and maybe do an angle up and then bring it up. Angle up and contact right about up to here. So this is right here where we're going to be on this. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. Sorry about the throat clearing there. I've had allergies really bad. Okay, so we do a rundown straight down the side here, but it's not going to line up correctly with that. So maybe offside it, like right along that side here. That way we're consistent with the center post. And then do a angle up. So maybe this should be an end cap. And do an end on this, like that. And then, so if that's going to angle up, and we do it, and that one we don't have to do an end on because it's going to angle into that. And then this one here, oh wait, that's right, we're going to do a, oh yeah, we're going to definitely need to do a post down. So I wonder if moving this assembly over one would probably be smart. And then if we did that, we could, yeah, and if we take this one over, and this one here can go over one more too. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. We can actually move this one out to line up here. Now, I know we were planning on setting these up as weapons positions, but maybe, actually, you know what we might do? What if we put the thrusters inside of our landing posts? Then we could still have our weapon systems on the corners. And then, oh yeah, that is what we should do, totally. Yeah, I like that idea. I like it a lot. And we can run the piping right along this here. We've got our plus right here. We can run the piping right along here, and it'll work perfectly. Okay, let's do that. Let's get prepped for that. Okay, so we're going to put an end cap on these here. Right here. Now, we still have to find 2 more landing grids of some kind, landing gear. Okay, so we'll put the cap on this one here. Is that... right about here, actually, is where... Well, let's take a look from below here and let's see. Yeah, the center of gravity on this is pretty close. It's a little bit lopsided that way. But it's okay. It'll be fine.
Energy low.
Of course energy is low. Energy is always low. Yeah, we'll get that in place here. Perfect, right there. Alright, so we got end cap, end cap, end cap. And then right here, we're going to do an end cap on this too. And then we'll meet the end cap with that one in there. Alright, cool beans. This is going to be good. Alright, cool. So that's all locked in place. We've got our end caps in place. Okay. And then we're going to take this off because this is going to be something different. We're going to drop that straight down. We're going to do one of these on all corners. And then we'll run the conveying into the actual post. So, that being said, let's go ahead and see about getting this done. Now, I want to get this part in place. And how are we going to do this? Because we do want it to be on a solid post. So we need to actually take that out somehow. Yeah. So let's go ahead and, before we do that, let's go ahead and get that coloration in place. We're going to definitely want to put some light armor plate, and where that is lined up, we're going to go right here. And we'll run that straight down this center post right here, and, or, well, I hate to say it, but we may have to go out just a hair bit more. And come out here and run it straight down there. Yeah. That's the best way to do it because that runs on that too anyway. So that means right here, that means this whole area here is going to have to be... Oh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so this is going to be slightly lower. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to have to go back because we have to do it right in here. Yeah. Now it's going to have to go this way. So that'll have to be in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these out of the way. And then we're going to have to go boom, boom. Oh. Oh my goodness, we're out of everything. We're dying here. Oh, come on!
Your health is critical.
We tried! I wasn't paying attention. Suit lady was telling me, but... Oh, good gravy. Alright. Yeah, we're going to come back here. Let's, find our body here. Well, one nice thing is at least we don't have to worry about the oh my gosh, how annoying. I was gonna say at least we don't have to worry about the food situation again. I hate respawning though, it's so annoying. Alright. So, back to what we were doing before we were so rudely interrupted by death. Okay. So we want to get the base in place. Okay, so that's where the base is going to be. Now, let's see here. That one's a little lower than the other bases we had in place, so, and let's see. I want to get the, so what we could do with the beacon, actually, is we could put the beacon inside of this one here. So yeah, we'll put the beacon inside there, we'll tear it apart and rebuild it as the other kind of beacon. Or we could just leave it actually, let's just leave it the way it is. I kind of like how that is, it's kind of cool. And then, let's see, we've got that one in place, and this one here, and now we're going to line it all up to here, but for now, we know where it's going to go. And we don't even have to have that assembly right there at all because we can run it straight off of this one here.
Inventory full.
Alright, so we've got a plan, guys. We're going to get this done. So, in this one here, we're going to go with a... Oh, let's see. Nope. Yep. We'll do that. Okay, so now we're going to run this down as a pipe. And we're going to take it down, let's see here. That's floor level, so we'll take it down to about floor level. Now we'll switch it over to a regular conveyor like that. And then we can set up the thrusters on it on the sides. Now the down thrust though, that's going to be the one that we're going to need to move. So that one we say, we're going to want to have a big thruster assembly for these, because if we're coming down, we're going to want space for a large thruster. So I'm thinking place the large thrusters on either side. So 1, 2, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, and all the way around. And if needs be, we can go with a larger thruster for, and we can run thrusters all the way up if we want. Space them, you know, like we'll set one up right here, and then another one up here. But I'm thinking, you know, for, you know, side to side, for landing purposes, we're definitely going to want thrusters on either side, large thrusters, which will come out. They'll run out and run parallel to that right there. So what we would do is we would just move that over, or somehow we'll figure out something for that. But for now, this is what I'm thinking, right? Like that. Bring that down, and then the down thrust will be off the side. So because the down thrust is going to be off the side, we'll do a, let's see here, this is going to be, we'll do a solid block here because this is going to be the support, and that's going to come down here, right? So we got that. Okay, that's going to be there, and then one more, and that's going to be for the base. Okay, and then right here, I think we'll do, let's do a straight piece. And we can do side-to-side thrusters off of the main thruster too once we get the main thruster in place. So I'm thinking run this. It's going to be kind of a mega structure, but that's really kind of cool, I think. So let's run that over to here. We'll run that over to here, and that's good to go. So let's go ahead and we're going to change color scheme over to this. And then we're going to strip these out.
Inventory full.
And we'll put this one right here. Let's see, thrusters. Now, I know I was thinking we were going to do some more salvage, try to find those trade stations, but I feel like we might as well get some building done so that when we do find the trade station, we're good to go, you see.
Inventory full.
All right, and then since we do not have our big thruster yet, we'll put you there. And then since we don't have a big thruster, again, we're going to go ahead and set up another conveyor connector here. And we'll set that there, and then we'll run our down thruster nozzles off of those. So actually we should put another connector, conveyor connector here too. That way we can run them down, our down thruster. So we've got, we do have, we've got the one thruster there that we're transferring here. So let's go ahead and get that transferred. Let's go ahead and weld up as much of these as we can. Again, we're going to need lots of motors because, you know, that's how we roll. Now, I was originally thinking that we should come out, but you know what? I actually changed my mind, and I realized that we don't really have to. So let's go ahead and take this down. We got a pretty good base just if we take these in like this. And then this one here we change up. And we make this one solid. And then we'll have the support right on, you know, the large containment is going to be actually right on that support element there, which is actually kind of nice. We've got that in place there. And then we can run another support element down. And here's the thing, we're going to be using those iron grid. It'll seal up. It should just be fine. So let's go ahead and hop over here, get the rest of this thruster out of the way. All right, we got that in there, like that. Now let's go ahead and get this thruster. get these things moved over. I don't want to waste time because I want to be able to be mobile if we need to. I don't foresee there being a problem, but you never know. Those beasties. Oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? Oh no. We are burning hydrogen while we're doing this too. I didn't even think about that, but we are. Yeah.
Energy
There's
low.
down. We just took down. Let's go up here and turn off the hydrogen. We have it all on right now. I forgot. Alright, let's turn them off. For now. They'll turn back on once we get power to the ones that are not on our command console. And we don't have to have them on to be able to do what we're doing, so. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one set up. We do need to get conveyoring set up, but we'll do that here in a little bit. We will not activate the conveyors that run to the particular ones, you know, that we really don't want. Okay, so I think I think downward is good. I'm going to put this like this, but we're actually going to move that over there, I think. Because we do have this one here. Now, this one here we don't really need to have as much. I'm trying to rearrange them so that we've got good coverage, but only what we need to cover. And we are going to run a conveyor line here. Where are we going to get that from? We don't really have one set up right now. But we could run a line directly under there. And then it would run from here over to there. And then it could cross in and under. Or we could run a pipeline, one of the two. Either way. But that's a conveyor line we're not going to be able to do much with, which is fine. So we'll put those thrusters on this side. So that works out fine. You have to figure it out, you know, you just gotta puzzle it. You know, we don't have two of our pylons in place with all the conveyoring we need. So we're going to be improvising for now on this location here, so that's fine. Alright, and then there'll be one on the side here. Alright, so we get that set up. We're still going to set our pylons in place. We'll at least be able to get two of them properly set, and then what we'll do is we will we still got to salvage some more thrusters from somewhere, so that's still a factor. But we can do that too. We find that either purchase a ship or find some salvage somewhere, something like that. Since it is economy and scrapyard, we can't exactly just build it out of nowhere. Oh yeah, we do have those two timer blocks that need to go downstairs. Okay, let's get a recharge here. We should probably put a recharger down below. We should have one of these on every single deck. So that is something we might want to do. But now this is one item that we could just build, because you can't, nobody has those really on any of the grids, it seems like. I've done scrapyard with a lot of different mods, and for some reason I never see those rechargers. Well, very rarely do I ever see them. So as nice and as good as they are, I kind of lump them in with the new mod blocks, and don't consider them something that I have to scrapyard. Just because they're just so bloody hard to find. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got 6 in place, so those are all locked in. We're looking good as far as parts are concerned. So let's go ahead and jump over here and dump our parts left over in here, because really and truthfully, nothing here is anything we're missing. This is all extra stuff that we got off of that stuff, so let's go ahead and get that locked in there. Alright, good to go. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity and remove these and put these downstairs, because that's where they belong. Down here. So let's go ahead and give them their green. And I thought what I'd do is we just have like a walkway or something down in here to be able to access these things. I think that would look really cool. So I like how this is right here. I think that's so cool. It gives it that look of cassettes, you know? Like you're doing all this computerized stuff. I think these are probably my favorite timer blocks from the automation DLC. I think they look really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get this other side set up then while we're at it. Yeah, we need some more materials. So I'm thinking another trip over here to get some more supplies. Doesn't hurt to go and get another load. The way I figure it, every time we get done with one of these things, we'll just run back in, get another load. Run back in, get another load. Although we are going to need to take care of a few things, because we are starting to get to where we need to salvage. Alright, let's get this stuff up and going. What was that? Oh.
Meteor storm inbound.
Of course there is. There's always a meteor storm inbound. Alright, we're salvaging a door. Make sure we put that in the warehouse. The other thing is we do want to seal up that warehouse because I'm afraid that meteor just reminded me we need to do that. And I like doing the, oh, you know what we could do? Oh, that would look really cool. Okay, I got an idea. I just do that, guys. I just think, oh, wait, I have an idea. Well, part of the problem is I've got coffee in me, and so therefore ideas come really quickly when I have coffee in me because I get kind of coffee hyper. I can't help it. All right, let's get some more of this down. We're just going to keep going until we're full. All right, let's head on back. We got a door. Let's go ahead and drop the door in there into the warehouse, and then we're going to use some components and we're going to get that warehouse walls in place because, yeah, there's going to be problems if we don't. Our little salvage warehouse. Let's go ahead and get that door in place. Let's see here. It is a structure, and it is one of those round door. Alright, get you in place. Alright, so let's get this going on here. Now, I like these because, well, first of all, I have them set up with the wall light, wall light, wall light, wall light. I like that. I like the bar on them. What we're gonna do is something a little different, and I'm really in like the designing mood right now, in case you guys hadn't noticed. But what I want to do is do the same thing, only I want to invert it. That way it's like on both sides, and I want to do all sides around except for where we're going to put the door. What I want to do is I want to put a bay door here, and we're going to take one of those doors that we salvaged down there. I think there's one left, and we'll bay door, and that way we can seal this up, airtight it, and have another section for airtightness. And I like the idea of doing this. That way it also protects our salvage, our product. So let's go ahead and get this welded up. Oh, this is looking really nice. I like this. I should do this more often, matching up these things to give it a really nice appearance. Look at that. Now that looks sweet. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and throw some more stuff over here and then get back to work with what we're doing. I know I get sidetracked pretty easily. It's not hard. There's just so many projects we want to do in here, you know. It's just really easy to get sidetracked. Our energy is low, so let's go ahead and zoom in here and get some energy. All right, let's go ahead and zip over here. Now, our vertical thrust is still going to be an issue, and we're going to have to keep figuring that one out. We've only got three thrusters, 4 thrusters. We need 2 on... I want to get it on the top of each pylon. I would like to have a thruster assembly in place. And what I was thinking too is that we could seal it up with a conduit of some kind. So there, right there, is going to be one of our thruster portions. That will be another one, and we'll just run the pipe straight up through. So that's another one. We'll have one right here, which unfortunately means that it will have to be up through here, all the way up to the top, and it'll have a vector exhaust. Well, this one could be kind of tricky. We may have to put it up here and just bring it up next to this. Run the vent all the way down, and then have the gateway here. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and finish this off and get these components put away into, well, actually, you know what? Let's grind this down. Because then we can access the large cargo container, and that's going to be really useful for us right now. Another reason why I really like this idea of running these things into that, because now I'll have an access point for that container, and I like that. It's been rather annoying not being able to access our container, honestly. Now we can access it, and that's good. Motors yet again. Here we go. Good gravy. It's like my eternal curse is motors. All right. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Let's go ahead and get these welded up too while we're at it. Alright, got that beam in there. Okay, got this one here. You know what we might do? I know it's thinking ahead, but since the thought is that if we want, we can establish our own station to work from on the planet's surfaces. What we could do is leave some space open, maybe on this side over here, inside of our construction. Maybe keep this area clear of industrial stuff. Keep the industrial stuff on this side, and then maybe set these up for 2 bays for rovers, so that when our station comes down and plots itself right on the planet's surface, it'll be like a trade station that moves around, and then we can take our our hangars and launch bays up here, which moves our Longhorn and our Bumblebee, and down here we could have like a Scarab or a Gazelle or something down here. I'm just pulling names out, but I'm thinking in terms of something fast and something that we can drive around on when we need to, in case the gravity's really high and our ships don't have the capability. This is going to be a pretty big, pretty awesome thing. I'm actually really excited to be able to build this with you guys. I'm really excited about this, actually. I'm not going to lie, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, so excited about this. So, yeah. Do we have any motors currently? I don't think we do. Nope, but boy, do we have a lot of trade goods. Do we have any ammo for our little guns? No, we don't. That's not good. Let's check all of our other locations. I'm looking to see if we got any... No, we don't. We don't have any machine gun ammunition at all. Oh wait, what we do have is some materials in the Bumblebee, but not much. And we better restock that, because we're going to need that. That's annoying. Yeah, we got to get some more motors. That's all there is to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over here. We're going to change gears briefly. Okay. Now that has got to go, because that is where it's going to be. So we need to line it up. Alright, so that is going to be where that end cap is going to need to be. Let's change our color scheme again. Alright, so the end cap is going to go over here. We're taking a break from the other. I know I jump around a lot. I can't help it. It's just how I am. I hop from one thing to the other real quick here. Let's line that up. Okay, so that's about where we're thinking. But I think we're actually going to move it over. Oh, crap. We're getting fried here. We're going to need to extend this out, and I want to actually have a good, proper bridge area. But I'm also thinking, you know, do we really want a bridge on the side like we're a ship? Or do we want to set up like a tower somewhere to oversee the landing? We need to have like a... We need three control centers. We need a control center to cover overall trade. We need a control center to cover flight, and we need a control center for ground operations. I know, it's crazy. I'm really like setting this up. And then we can use the NPC mod to get us some crew, but we'll need a sleeping arrangement for each one of them, because I'm really weird about that. Okay, so we're going to leave this right where it's at, and I think that is going to be where we're going to run it. So let's get this. Yeah, we're going to run that right here. So we're going to put that there. Let's see here. This is gonna not go well. I know how this goes, guys. I know how this goes. It turns out to be a problem, that one. But we'll see how it goes. At helm is gonna go away.
Energy low.
Actually, there is a connector there. I could run that conveyor over here, and that would connect directly into there. So if I did this, if we did a logistics and we did a curved conveyor section here, that would go here. And then if I took here and I did a curved conveyor section here, whoops, nope. Come on. And I do a curved conveyor section like that. Then I could take that straight down and come in below here and leave that clear. That would work. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. we're leaving that there because that means I'm going to have to rearrange that. And honestly, I'm not sure what's still attached on the other side of that, but at least it gives us the placement for that, which allows me to change this. Because the end cap is going to need to go right where we're going to put that.
Energy critical.
Yep, I know, Suit Lady. I'm always energy critical. Always. And then we're going to go up here and hit that. Perfect. What are we looking at? 4 points left. Let's zip over here and hit that real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some energy here real quick. Alright, energy, here we come. And we want a little O2 as well, so. Okay. Alright, now let's see here. Now the tricky part. It's going to be putting this stuff together here. Okay, so, okay. You know what this requires? Another trip to the salvage yard. Oh, well, we're at it. Let's grab that, that one, let's grab that one door. Not that one. We'll grab this one. This will be the door that will now be our gate. A door's a door. When I do scrapyard stuff, it depends upon how easy I'm looking at, you know. Sometimes I'll do it that way, where it'll be straight across exact. Other times, if it's a door, you know. Okay. Let's go ahead and scrap this stuff here too while we're at it. Alright, let's get this. Oh, good. We'll need more. This will give us some more motors. Alright. Alright, cool. Let's see here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll leave those connected, that all connected, and then we'll come outside. We do have our little deal there, but we're going to come up here and snatch up this stuff. Now we don't need any oxygen farms, we've got one already, and we don't really need any antennas, but that material is definitely saleable. And that's what we're after. And we probably, I think to get our large thrusters, and our plates, are probably going to have to buy a large grid ship and strip it down, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's get our gate in place here. Now remember, we're going to have a thruster line that's going to come up here somehow. So let's put the gate on this side. Yeah, this'll work. Right there, just like that. Unable to place gate. Why am I unable to place the gate? Oh. That is why.
Inventory full.
Okay, we don't need the, we don't need these, I I don't need the radio components. And yeah, so the rest of it, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Now we should be able to get our gate in place. Now what? What is in the way? No, it wouldn't be that, would it? What is the thing? What is the problem here? That's odd. So something somewhere isn't lining up right for this. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Since that it wants to be a pain, we're going to open that up. And we're going to dump a bunch of these components in here. And the reason why I'm dumping them in here is so I can move some stuff around, but I also don't want to lose those components because of the salvage. Okay, so we do have a small reactor here. So let's go ahead and get that away, and we'll throw that up there. Just gonna have to move our salvage around and clear the door. That's all that we're gonna have to do, I guess. Alright, so that's out of the way. Now we'll get this piston moved. Let's see here. And it is a square piston. Alright, now let's see if we've got enough. Now let's see if it fits. We got all that stuff out of the way. I would think it would fit, but I don't know. We'll see how testy it is. Wait, what? Okay. I guess I just need to move it over a little bit, and then it fits fine. Okay, that's cool. And now I feel like I need another door over here, just so that we can be able to have another access point. Oh, man, now I'm thinking maybe I want to turn the door sideways. Oh, what if we did that? What if we cut that out and put it sideways? Would that actually fit? Let me get another door and let's take a look. Now, if we rotated this like this and we brought it down to there, oh yeah, that would stick up way too far. Yeah, that would be pretty high up. We would actually, well, let's take a look. We're going to take a look here real quick. That would be level to the upper floor, and it would open up that area there. Actually, that's actually not bad. Actually, I kind of like that. And we do have another door in there too. Okay, so that would mean, let's see, we put that here. Yep, you're going to have to go. Sorry, buddy. We're going to have to put that over here. So let's go ahead and tear that down. We'll have to repaint it too because I don't want to change it up too much. So we'll put this over here. And then I think that's what we're going to do. That's going to look really sweet. Ever since I saw that on one of those encounters, those unknown encounters, I really thought that looked cool. How you set that up so that it's a side-by-side thing.
Energy low.
So then we go over here. Movement. And that makes sense too, because that would be kind of consistent with the nature of what we've got here. And we just do it like that. Boom. Straight up. That works. That works really well, actually. Let's go ahead and get that in place. And we can get just about the entire thing built based on what we got from below and what we have left over. And that works out nice. Let's go ahead and clear out this side. And go down and get that door. Let's go head out that way real quick and get that door while we're thinking of it. We'll get the door off the front too, and then that way we've salvaged the entire door that we need, the big hangar door.
Energy critical.
Yep, I know. I know, sweet lady. That's how we roll around here. We roll with low energy, always low energy. It's quite maddening for a computer, I'm sure. Alright, and then we'll set up wall, wall, and then door. Let's get that. This is perfect. This looks so good too. Alright, and there we go. Now we've got our cargo bay door already in place.
No energy.
Running in to get our stuff. Alright, got some air. I thought I put those away. Oh well. And then over here, what we can do is we can run our conveyor line down from here. We can actually continue, we can actually do a split on this pipe. I run this pipe over and to here and then run it straight down to the floor, and then that would allow us to be able to have our thrusters down here so that we can be able to escape and do whatever we're going to do. So that being the case, let's go ahead and get our external portions here set up. Let's see, we're going to want a curved pipe because we're going to angle it down, and we want a straight pipe here on the inside, and then up here, and then this here is going to be, and we're going to do a conveyor connector here, conveyor junction, because I want to be able to potentially have a weapon system there. That would be a great spot for a GAT. Cover the gate, and then we could also put a passage down here, an exit, and if we wanted to, we could even run over a conveyor line and set a connector there if we want, as a way to be able to have an additional point of contact for an outside ship. But again, that's something for the future. We don't have to do that right now, so yeah, that's good. All right, I like that. And then here we can run piping. Let's see, run some pipes, run it from here, and then do a curve here. And we can't curve there because of that. So we'll do another pipe here. We could actually run it straight over here, like a twin pipe situation, and then do a curve here. And that could be a deal like that. And then we could do a cap on there, there, and there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so that sets up our back end right there. Do we got any more? No, we do not. Okay. Alright, so let's see here. We'll go. I don't want to pull from the our current supply. I want to get it from our salvage when we do our construction stuff, just because, you know, we need to clear this thing out. We need to get all the salvage out of there anyway, so. All right, this is looking good. We're getting a lot of stuff done, guys. We're getting this thing taken care of. We're getting our salvage out of here. Let's go ahead and go up topside and get the stuff off of this end here. I want to get this salvage done this episode if we can. There's just a lot of good material here. Be able to get Epsilon Station up and running a little bit better. Then we'll take, and we do need to figure out what we're going to do about trying to find a station. I feel like we're running out of space for salvage, so I think at this point we need to find what we're going to do as far as make some money, you know. Make some money, get some stuff done. I think we're gathering plenty of salvage, plenty of items, of things that we can use, but I feel like there's just, you know, we just need to find what else we need to get going. We need to find those trade stations. I mean, it just comes down to that. So let's go ahead and hop on here, get some more stuff done. Alright, get some more stuff done. And there we go. We do have a lot more things we got to find. We got to figure out the landing gear situation. We got to figure out our thrusters. You know, I mean, there's a lot we got to do. So it's okay though. It's okay to have a lot to do. Keeps you busy. Okay, where the hell is that at? Oh wait, actually, it doesn't really matter because we're at the point now where we're just taking it down the hole. So.
Inventory full.
All right. Get some of those pipes. Okay, up we go. Let's get that, get the last of the salvage in place. The last thing we're going to get, I mean, we got a lot of good salvage in here. I mean, that's a lot of stuff ready to go, you know. Yeah, we'll pull those out later. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get these things back in here. Gotta make sure that I stop putting the flippin' motors in there. It'll be good once we can get the Epsilon Station at least sealed up. I want to get the exterior done at some point, but we'll do that in next episode. This episode, we're just going to kind of finish up getting this thing ground up. There's really nothing else in here we're salvaging other than that cargo pod, and then that's it. Everything else is just components that we're going to be taking. We might salvage the battery too, because that could be useful. So, and we're definitely going to want this, we're going to salvage the button thing too. We'll use that to open and close our cargo bay. All right. Of course it is, Sue Lady. My energy is always critical. When have you known my energy not to be critical? And she's more critical of my energy than I am. Alright, let's get this thing. We're almost done, guys. We're going to have this thing ground out in no time. Get the rest of the salvage. We've got 2 button posts, which is exactly what we need. You... I was almost there, Suit Lady. Why couldn't you have just given me a little extra time?
Low health.
Oh no. Here we go again.
Your health is critical.
Alright. Health is critical. We made it back. I really thought I had enough to get the rest of that. I should really not be testing myself like that. But yet I do. I do it all the time. You know what we really need is, like... yeah. We need that small reactor to be installed and improved on so we have the energy for the entire base. I think that's what we need to get. Maybe we got enough reactor components we can get that built. That would be big. Alright, buttons. Let's get a button on the outside here. Let's see. No. That's not utility. There we are. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna give it that one. Okay, and we're gonna put a cargo container in here. Somewhere. Where do we have room for a cargo container? Up here. We have a room for a cargo container up here, so this is where you're gonna go. Not connected to anything, just there. That way I don't interfere with that. Alright, cool. We're gonna need some displays. That's okay. Okay, so that's fine. And you know what? We'll throw those up here for now. Alright, let's go down there and get the rest of that. And that will clear our salvage location also, which is really good. So let's get this thing cleared out. I wanted to get this thing taken care of, and we are doing it. Alright, we'll get that in a minute. Let's get this battery first off. Now, of course, we can't save the power cells because, well, we are stuck. So it's like literally in the voxel, and I am not going to spend time potentially damaging it just to get it. So, yeah, no. Alright, get this. We'll have to find some power cells to be able to transfer that, but that's okay. Okay, well that calls this done. So let's go to salvage and let's delete that because no longer is it salvage. It is salvaged. So let's go ahead and go up in here and we're gonna get this taken care of here. We will need to make some adjustments to the way this is set up though, but that's okay. We can do that later. Let's go ahead and find where we want to put this. Yeah, right here looks good. Let's go ahead and set this with our button. And we're going to use the same button post. No, not you. No, not. Yeah, that will work. Alright, cool. Cool. And then we got a battery. We can throw it up here until we figure out what we're going to do with it. Cool. And then we've got some salvage. So let's go ahead and jump over here. Nothing that goes there. Alright, let's see if we can, what else we got in here? Oh, we do have some, we can get some finishing work done on this. We're going to do the same thing we did out on the other side. Now, this may change because, you know, we might put a door there, maybe. Alright, let's jump down here and go in here and see about... Now, I want to get the rest of the components we might need. We'll take that. We got plenty of steel plates, so it's not a problem with that. And we're just going to run the steel plates down. And then we're going to go across here. All right, that gets this door in place. Nice. All right, and then what else do we need over here to finish this door? We just need another, what is it, 8 more motors? Do we have 8 motors in here somewhere? We might. Let's take a look just real quick before we end up this episode. I'd like to end it on a high note, and look at that. There's our high note right there. Oh, and you know what? We might as well do this right. There's some displays. Let's grab some of those. Let's get that door. Ow! Ow! That hurt. Oh, man. Ow. That's what we don't like, is smacking our head on stuff, dude. It's not fair. Okay, so the first order is we get these gates. Where is it? I don't know what that's called. No. I'm trying to see. I don't remember what exact. Gate 3 and Gate 4. Okay. Gate 3, Gate 4. We're going to call this the warehouse. Warehouse gate. Alright, we're going to save that. Now we're going to go back to here, and we're going to go to this control panel. Yes, we want content, text, and images, because you know what? We're just kind of that way. Let's see. Where is... I want something that is... We're going to go no entry. There you go. Or actually construction. That's better. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do no entry and then rotate them.
Energy critical.
Alright, every 25 seconds it'll change. I like that. That's cool. Okay. Actions. We want gate. And we're going to go open, closed. Nice. Isn't that sweet, guys? Now that's what I'm talking about. Alright, and let's jump in here. Now this one here, let's go ahead and we're going to set that one also. Gate. Open, close. Nice. Now that's how you do it, guys. That's how it should go. Alright, now we're gonna run back in here. Jump up here. Snatch that. And dump that and that in here. And we're gonna run over here and do the same thing. And then we're gonna go outside because, you know, I'm just that way. Let's get this finished.
No energy.
Ah! No! Daggone it, Suit Lady, why can't you hold on to a charge? Why can't you hold on to a charge, Suit Lady? You're supposed to hold on to a charge. Let's go around to the back. Now we will need to do some work on the actual outside. On the upper edges, we're going to change that. And the other thing I want to do too is we do need to get some... I like to use the neon for power lines, and I think an external power line would look really cool. And I also like the idea of setting that up in places too, both inside as well, just to give the idea of, power lines running. Like have a box here and run it along the edge here, and then have it come down and go into a box or go around this somehow. I'm not sure exactly how I do it, but, something like that. Might even be able to do it right now. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's see what we can do. Oh, we can, but we can't put it up there. Ah, that sucks. So if we angle this down, then we would be able to do it, which would mean we could... Oh, you know what we could do? I wonder... Yeah, that would actually look really cool. What if we did this? Run that over to here, and set that there. And we do the same thing on the other side. So right there, and we do the same thing on this side here, and then that would be, that would line up with the solar panels. Oh, actually, you know what? We could take this off here. Going to, yeah, run that up that way. Well, no, actually, let's do that. Let's put it there. And then that way, and we'll rotate those solar panels so that they are right above that, and that would look really cool, I think. And not only that, but if we rotate that, we can then change these to be an angle piece, which can then elevate up and do an angle piece there as well. Oh yeah, this is going to look much better. And we'll pull this solar panel. If we pull, say we move the solar panels, let's see, we got those kind of solar panels. I don't know. We could do a different way with the solar panels too. But anyway, that's all going to be for next episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the economy. Well, Epsilon Longhorn economy, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, and let's, as usual, end up where we're gonna be at the end of the episode, because I like to end the episodes, if I can, where they make sense. So let's go ahead and head back inside. Let's go inside our little area here. We good to go? Good to go. Yep, we are capable of having air in here, so let's go ahead and have air. All right. Yeah, so guess we're sleeping at the desk again. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye. And you know the deal. Like and subscribe. Leave comments, please. I read them. I listen to them. And look, you guys even have an impact on all of the series. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.